So who do I have here with me today?
My name is Jose Escalera.
Jose Escalera?
Yep, I'm the CEO of the Idea Farm.
And my name is Miguel Cruz. I work in the business development area of the Idea Farm.
Of the Idea Farm.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know what it is. Whoever came up with this Idea Farm name are they around?
They're now, they passed away in 2018 if I'm not mistaken. It's my business partner's father.
Your business partner's father.
Emma Jackson, she's our creative director. Her dad, Ron Jackson, started the company many years ago. I think over 50.
And what is the service that they provide or do?
We're a digital marketing firm, but the best way I can describe it, we are a marketing department for a lot of small to medium-sized businesses. We help them with website development, digital advertising, content strategies, and honestly, anything they kind of really need help with, we try to facilitate. We have a list of contractors if we can't afford the services ourselves, or other partner businesses that we refer to outwards.
And do you guys go as small as entrepreneurs?
We go as smart as startups, but we're very transparent, right? We're gonna figure out their budget. We're gonna help them figure out their budget, figure out what services can afford, what actually they need, right? Because people think they need advertising, when in reality, you don't need advertising, you need something else. And then we get them what they actually need.
Okay.
Yeah, we always like to, because a lot of the conversations we've had, right? Like, well, it's one of the first questions he asks, what's your marketing budget? And the amount of times we hear, well, I don't really know, I don't really have. Cool, let's look at the numbers, like we did yesterday, and we break it down, like, what are your expenses, what are your income? Generally marketing companies, they're just there to try to, we're like, no, we're gonna coach you as well. Like, we're gonna show you, okay, based on what you're telling me, you kind of do have a budget. It's not that big, but this is what you can do. This is what we can do with it, and we work from there.
Also, we also kind of I want to say this. We kind of steal our own sales from ourselves, right? The client comes to us like, hey, I want to spend $5,000 on this ad spend. After running their numbers, like, you really should afford $1,500, $2,000. Let's work with that budget instead of the $5,000 to make sure that your business has the cash flows it needs to operate, and make sure that you're getting the proper support that you need from us.
So you guys have the experience and talent to take the value. Let's say the value may only be $1,500 they need, as opposed to $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
So you're shooting yourself in the foot, but you're helping a client out, and you know that client is going to see the results,
Mm-hmm.
return on investment,
Yeah.
and so they're going to hire you and keep getting and then pass it on.
The biggest thing I say, and the average client that we bring on keeps us on for what, like 2.5 years?
2.5 years.
There's a reason for that, right? And something that we always tell our clients is, you might start off with a $1,500 package, right? And we're growing with you, and that's kind of our goal, right? So it's not just like we're gonna help you achieve the goals that we originally talked about. You hit it, hey, thanks. Like, no, once we hit those goals, great. Let's start planning your next goals. Let's elevate your business, and we're going with you every step of the way. And until the plan, you can probably hire a homework, whatever the case is. But that's where the message we want to tell our clients, like starting from the smallest budgets up to till you get to $10,000 a month budget. We want to be there every step of the way with you.
Do you guys have like any clients in mind that you've worked with and the results that
Oh my goodness.
in the top of your mind? This is just any, don't have to name them. Just
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of case studies on our website, a lot of testimonial videos. But yeah, we work with, for example, the first client I ever signed when I took over the CEO was my dentist practice in Chicago, Illinois. And over the last 2.5 years he's been with us, right? His business has multiplied, I think, 3 or 4x. He's now getting around like 80 new pages a month. It's kind of crazy. He's expanding. I can't even show you the testimony video he just sent to text me. Like, he's super excited.
That's fantastic. And you guys like follow Google reviews or anything like that?
We do everything. I mean, every plan is going to be different, right? It depends on what the end goal is, where you're at in your business, and what you've accomplished. We really the part of the process that we spend the most time on is the preparation part, the analysis, the strategy, the building the structure of the plan. Marketing is still going to be a game of guessing sometimes, right? Just experimentation, whatever. But it makes such a difference when you have a company like ours that has done so much business, where our guests are a lot more educated. We have a stronger baseline.
I gotta say this, marketing is telling a story, right? We're trying to tell your story, and we're trying to attract the clients that best fits your story, right? your audience. Marketing for us is like, how do we tell a story? Where do we tell a story? And what avenues do we tell a story? And what tonality we tell a story to best attract the clients that are going to purchase that cup from you, that's going to purchase that, or they're going to convert into sales. We don't believe in targeting marketing, which is like when you're spamming people, kind of chasing them around the web. We believe in producing the best quality copywriting, best quality videos and products to attract people to you.
Are you guys like a CRM of some sort? Nothing close to CRM.
Nope.
Is the results quantitative? I mean, everything you do is digitally, so it's probably very easy to.
We get so nerdy into like we figure out for clients their prospect cost, their lead cost, and then their client cost. And then we tie it back into the conversion rates, and then we tie that back into the growth rate of their company. So if they're trying to scale from month to month 10%. We're gonna figure out where's the conversion point, what's the story we're gonna tell, what's the campaign we're gonna run. Then we start figuring out the cost of the campaign, how much is the budget, how much is gonna cost a secondary action from Facebook to the website, from the website, how many of that person is gonna go downwards. Like I can tell you pretty much with certainty, correct me if I'm wrong, people is watching this, right? If you run a Facebook campaign in the health industry, right, about 3.5%, like 1 to 3% is actually gonna do a secondary action to a landing page, right? So if you get 10,000 people, 3% of that at most is going to go to the secondary action. From that secondary action, which is your website, about 1 to 1.75% is going to convert to an action. It means they're going to call, they're going to request an appointment, they're going to do something. Or if it's an e-commerce store, they're going to purchase your cup. So we have run so much data in the last 50 years that we can, with a degree of accuracy, say, hey, these are like the industry standards, and here's how we're going to beat the industry standards. And then we have something called the playbook every single month or every single quarter. We sit with the client and say, hey, these are the objectives we're trying to meet. These are your goals. This is your growth rate. This is how much money you're trying to spend. This is how much money you're trying to make in your company. This is where we're falling short. Or this is where we're falling or exceeding expectations. And then we compare that to the market. If we're running a furniture store ad, right? Here's what Ashley Furniture is kind of spending. This is what you're kind of spending. This is the results it's getting. This is the result you're getting. This is how we're beating them. Because we're not targeting people. We're attracting people, right?
That's fantastic. And so it can apply to any industry. It doesn't matter if you're a writer or if you're a lamp salesman. You can apply it to any industry.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about our team, right? We have a pretty diverse team. We're at the end of the day, once you know your brand story, once you know your brand voice, it's our job to figure out how to tell that story. We're great storytellers. We're great analytic thinkers, right? So our job is how do we place this in what audiences to make sure that you're getting the exposure you're needing.
And one of the first things we do with any client, doesn't matter what niche or industry they're in, is our account manager, Natalia, she sends them a massive questionnaire. And with every question you can think of about your business, because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that, like you said earlier, the tone we're using, essentially we want to make sure that us as the company you're hiring to tell your story, we're telling it accurately and how you want to be perceived, right? Yeah. So whether it's the tone, the message, the connection, the story, the vibe, our job is to present you the way you want to be presented and what's best for your business as accurately as possible.
We're a partnership, so we're going to tell you if we need to change some things, right? We're going to be honest with you. We're going to say, hey, we probably should display this product a little bit differently. Maybe we should change the tonality based off our experience. We're going to do this a little bit differently. Then we do A/B testing. We launch it, say, hey, what does the audience actually really want? We had a client yesterday, or the day before yesterday, was talking to us, and we were talking about music on their video. And I was like, well, let's run a corporate style music, and then let's put trending style music, and let's see what the audience really likes. And we're going to run that for about a week, and then see what they're actually like. That's going to help us really identify their ideal client, their audience. So in the future, when we produce more content for them, we know exactly how to make that content to attract that content because we have the data.
And that sounds ideal for me. That is fantastic. I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Now, costs. Are we talking percentages of
No.
sales? We're talking what kind of packages do you guys offer?
So currently we start we have starter prices, right? So for our websites, we start at 10, 15, 20,000. 10,000 is the base pay, base one, which is like 5 to 7 page website. I don't have my website in front of me. I have the packages there. 15 and up are more like e-commerce stores and like enterprises, and they can go up from there.
These are fully custom. We shoot the content. We'll find contractors.
Yeah. We don't use templates. Everything's developed like custom code. Yeah. And then for advertising, it starts around $1,500 the bare minimum, and it could be spent on Facebook and Meta. We do Google, we do LinkedIn, we pretty much every single platform. And then if your budget exceeds $50,000, we have a partner company that can really take your advertising and expand it like nationwide.
Wow.
And then for like copywriting, it's hourly rate. Like we really try to figure out their budget and kind of fit our packages around with the client's budget. And especially when we believe on their vision or their business, we kind of like do pro bono work. We kind of like discount. We try to work with the clients as much as possible. If we really believe in them, it's gonna scale.
Yeah, a lot of times when we take on a client, and we never disclose it, we just do it, right? You know, like I told you, I came across them because I hired them to help me grow my business. And I can tell you from personal experience, they did so much more than what I thought they were gonna do. And it wasn't never like, hey, by the way, it's this much more. We did this, but it was just like they were so genuinely invested. Because at the end of the day, and we tell our clients now, like, if our clients are not making money, we're not making money. Just to be transparent, like, I need you to succeed. Like, I need your business to grow because that's how sincerely I get paid. So we genuinely do give everything we can, even if we have to throw in something for free every now and then. We'll make it work because we need you to succeed.
You know, you're feeding yourself.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, is education, right?
Yeah.
We a lot of companies don't understand marketing. They don't understand marketing should be a gross revenue expense, right? They don't understand that marketing sometimes doesn't have a direct result to it, right? You're branding yourself, you're making a billboard. You can't quantify a billboard.
A lot of people don't pay attention to that either.
Mhm.
Exactly. So, like the first 3 months of working with us, we're just educating you on a zero-based budget and event marketing. We're educating you on like attributions or like clicks, likes, conversion rates, growth rates, stuff like that, so they really can understand what we actually doing for them. So after the 3-month period, it's really when we start really growing with them. And if it's like a health industry, we're tracking new patients' numbers. If it's like a restaurant, we're tracking how many orders they place in from online, how many orders came into the store, or
Average cost of order,
Yeah.
you know, the average ticket price, you know, whatever we need to quantify.
yeah.
That is the technology, along with the talent.
Yeah,
And
it's a
a
lot
lot
of
of
research,
can't get that.
a
Can you
lot
get
of
better?
analysis. Emma Jackson, she is like the queen of research. I don't know how she.
Yeah. I think the only way you can get better is just collecting more data.
Yeah.
The more data you collect, the more data we collect, right? The better our estimations, our guesses are as. We're not shooting in the dark, we're shooting at a targeted range.
At one point we
And you know
started
if you hit
that,
it.
but we've been doing it so long. It's like, okay, we have so much data and so many different industries that we work with. It's a lot easier for us to say, hey, based on industry standard and based on our personal experience of working with clients in the industry, we know that this worked in the past. Let's try to find a way to connect it with your strategy, your business, and go from there.
You know, what you guys are describing, everybody's going to end up being able to do. You guys are ahead of the curve, it seems like, because like all technologies, it's directed at the end user eventually.
Right.
So at the end user is just going to be able to do what you guys are doing now, but you guys are so far ahead of the curve, to me.
Yeah.
What brings you guys to Lakeland from Houston?
Well, I've been in Lakeland
Great
for
question.
so yeah, I'm still trying to explain that to him. I've been in Lakeland for 13 years now. Like I mentioned to you, after I graduated UCF, I realized it's a great place to start a family, raise a family. So when Jose approached me to have this conversation, like, hey, we're thinking about opening in Florida. We talked, Orlando and Tampa and all that, and I was like, at least give us a shot. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna fly down there. I was like, you're gonna fly down here? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring our account manager. We're gonna spend a whole week there. I'm gonna get to know the area. And the fact that the CEO is taking time out of his schedule to come
I
to
appreciate it
little
very
old
much.
Lakeland, in air quotes, right? I speak for myself. I can't speak for him, but obviously there's a culture shock, right? This is not Chicago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
As in what?
Yeah.
What comes to mind?
I mean, everything, right? Houston and Chicago compared to Lake, he spends.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean.
What's the culture shock?
Well,
It's a different flow. It's just a different energy, different flow, a lot of different people, right? Lakeland is gorgeous. Scenery is gorgeous. The businesses are gorgeous. Houses are gorgeous. Go to Chicago and Houston, they're beautiful, but they're concrete jungles. They don't have this much greenery, right?
it's nonstop.
There's 100 people in the streets, constantly walking, constantly bugging. The energy is like a little bit more like you have to
Buzzing.
It's buzzing. You have
Yeah.
to work faster. Here, I was telling Miguel the other day, I was like, I actually can breathe. Like I can sit down, I can actually take a moment of like fresh air and kind of go back to work. And and my office is like your go meeting after meeting.
You guys just go all the time?
Yeah, they're nonstop. You see his Google Calendar. I'm like, do you have 2 minutes for me today?
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Our company, we have big goals and big dreams in the next 5 years. So we're expanding in multiple different fronts. And we're launching a sub company pretty soon that's going to be around, the Florida land area. So I'm excited about that. So we have a lot of cool ventures coming out. So a lot of traveling.
That's interesting to hear because I visited Houston once, I visited Chicago once.
Yeah.
I'm from Cincinnati, I'm from the Midwest, and that was when I was a kid. I don't know what
Yeah.
the professional world is like.
Right.
But I know New York and I know it's all fast paced.
Yeah, that's
and
how
I'm like,
Houston and Chicago.
I couldn't
is.
keep up if I tried.
We were in Chicago
I
a
think
few
you
weeks.
could. I think you could. I think it's just, it takes a minute just to jump into the groove of things. But once you meet people, too, you guys are way nicer out here.
Yeah.
And over there, it's like you have 2 seconds. If you can't say your speech or your statement within 2 seconds, they're gonna walk away from you. So it's a little bit
Impatient?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I've gone to Chicago twice now. The last time I went with him, we were working on a video project for a church out there, and he spent so long in Chicago, and I'm the one that felt out of place. I'm like, okay, there's like this is not Lakeland, and I've gone so used to this, and now having him here in my stomping grounds, I'm kind of laughing. Like, I think you kind of feel like what I was feeling up there,
Wow.
but it's the opposite. It's like, very.
I would say this: Houston has been a
blessing.
a massive blessing for our company. We have partnered with a lot of great companies out there. We're doing some really cool projects. At the end of the day, we want to take the same energy in Houston, bring it here to Lakeland. Lakeland's gonna be an experiment for us. So I think it's the first time we come to kind of a smaller city and see how kind of performs. We are bringing some really cool talent on board, like Mr. Miguel, another new rep that we just brought on board, and we're hoping to make a positive impact in this community. Not just in like, hey, let's make money for ourselves, but let's attract.
How can we add value
Yeah.
to Lakeland?
Yeah.
The other person, it's been a month since we got the green light, right, from Florida to do business here, and he's already hired 2 locals, right, me and someone else. And I think that's part of the bigger picture, right? It's not just like he said, making money for us, which I need to get paid. I got 2 boys and a wife, right? He has things to do, but something that the Idea Farm has made very well known and is established is they really do care about the community. You look at the amount of work they've done in the Houston area and that community, they've done a lot of impact. So our goal is to make money, just like any other business, right? But at the forefront of that, we do want to make an impact in the Lakeland community and see how can we add value to businesses who might not be able to afford us right now, but how can we help them get to the point where they can afford us?
Yeah.
How can we add value to them?
We're B2B. So
B2B, yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I could use your service right freaking now. There's no doubt about it because I still don't know what the heck I'm doing. It's just an idea. I'm
Well, I'll
having
tell
fun.
you what, this cup logo is pretty dope. So
Thank
I
you.
think you're on a good track. I'm
Appreciate
digging
it very much. Well, I look forward to you guys' growth and maybe have some business together in the future, man. This is neat and cool. I know it's coming. I
Yeah.
know the future's coming where I give you $1, you turn around and give me back $1.50, and you guys take whatever you take, That $1, that $1 I invested in you, you give me back my $1.50.
Yeah.
I know it's coming.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's the goal. That is the goal for what we're doing.
well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
having us.
for
on
Thank
the
you,
podcast.
having us
gentlemen,
on.
very much, very much. I appreciate your time, and I thank Coash for letting me use this beautiful room.
Yeah.
You guys have a fantastic day. Be safe.
All right, brother.